Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. So we are going to continue the adventures with our little friend Batman. For those who maybe didn't see the previous videos, basically your character is up to level 18. It's a hero mentored by Batman, obviously. Powers gadget, weapon martial arts, and the acrobatic movement mode. So let's get started. So in case you didn't see the previous videos, basically we're leveling up our Batman character. I will probably play this character until level 30, although I will try to complete all the main missions, the main Batman mentored missions. So it could happen that I have to play this character a little past level 30. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So right now you can see we're playing the main missions. I won't play the event missions. The event will change, sadly, roughly every 3 months. So if I do play the event mission with this character, the video will be obsolete pretty quick. Not sure if I'll play any more of the Kryptonian missions. Maybe a bit later. We'll have to wait and see. And I played a few Explore Gotham missions in the previous videos. I may play some more. I'll have to give it some thoughts. So right now we have to go see our friend Sarah Charles, the old Bohemia police station. So let's go and do that. So I don't have any mods from my teleporter right now. So we have to teleport to the watchtower, and from there we should be able to go directly to Little Bohemia. So if I recall correctly, this should be it. Been a while since I played some of the early missions. Been a while since I leveled up a character. So there we go. Again, for those who don't know, when in doubt, usually if you look on the minimap in the top right corner of the screen, you can see the yellow arrow. It basically shows you where you need to go to be able to go to your next mission. But for that also you have to select the mission in your journal. So you can see here the mission is selected, protect and serve. So we can go talk to our friend Sarah Charles. And you can see the question mark also telling us that we have to talk to her.
Wing at Metropolis General Hospital. LexCorp is trying to keep Metro PD from the scene, so something big is up. Superman wants you to handle it.
So now we can complete this.
Encasement device for as long as it lasts.
This is Superman. Lex Luthor sponsored a special meta wing at Metropolis General Hospital. Everything points to it being a cover for illegal experiments. Help the escaping patients as much as you can. And then we'll get to the bottom of this.
So as you can see, our friend Superman asked us to look into it. So we're going to do just that. But before we do that, let's pick up the Booster Gold mission. I don't think I'm going to play those missions, but again, as I said a bit previously, just in case I decide to play it. And there's also another mission we can get here from our friend the Flash. So let's start with our friend the Flash.
What do you know? There's trouble in town. Hive is attacking Star Labs and LexCorp exobyte transports down by the Metropolis Metrodome. If they get rolled, we'll never learn Brainiac's technology.
I think I will wait for this one, where we're going to come back in just a bit for our friend the Flash. I don't want to take too many missions. Basically, at some point we end up with a whole bunch of missions if we're not careful. So some of you guys for whom it's the first time playing this game, having too many missions may be a bit confusing. So let's start with the Metal Malpractice mission from the main mission, and a bit later I will talk to our friend the Flash again, and we'll play the Flash mission. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to keep things simple for new players out there. So if you've just discovered this Universe Online not too long ago, I'm going to try to keep things a bit user-friendly. Didn't realize there was so many people down here. So often I'll have people who mention that there's not enough people playing DC Universe Online. As you can see, there are quite a few people. Ever since I've started playing DC Universe Online, there's always people who are trying to say that the game is dead. It's been a mantra pretty much for the past 8 years, actually 7.5 years, which pretty much always seems to be not true, at least not yet.
Themselves and anyone else until we discover what Lex did to them. Use Star Lab's special containment sphere to take them to safety.
Been a while since I've been here. Basically, we're going to have to carry some meta patients over here. I could have sworn there was a few. Oh, there they are. There's a few side quests that we can get. So let's talk to our friend here. The side quests are in this area, so there's no reason not to take it. So you take the side quest. So as we play the main missions, we should be able to complete the side quest at the very same time. So again, whenever you grab one of your objectives, you'll see a yellow arrow telling you where to go. And the objective, usually you'll see it light up. So it shouldn't be too difficult to be able to know which objectives you need. Like you can see that the patients are clearly identified, so you can just grab them and bring them here. We have to defeat some security guards, so don't hesitate to do that also. And there's also satchels of I forget what those satchels are. Some illegal data. Oh, level 19, and we gained a skill point. We'll take care of that in just a minute. Let's take care of our friend here. And in this area, usually there's let's see if we can find him. There's usually our friend Bizarro who's in this area, so you have to be a bit careful not to attack Bizarro by accident. Usually at this level, we're not strong enough to be able to fight Bizarro. And eventually I will tweak my loadout a bit. It's not really... if you're looking for a loadout for your character, the one I'm using right now is not really it. It's a bit... let's say a bit less of the bad option, because at this point in time we don't have access to all the abilities. So I guess at this point this loadout is not great, but it could be worse, I suppose. Aw, no Bizarro today. I'm a bit surprised. Usually he spawns pretty quick. It doesn't really matter. So just one more of those. And let's see, so... Oh, we still need 2 security guards. we still need some transponder from with the humans. Oh, okay. Wasn't sure where to get those from, but I guess it comes from the security guard as well. Which is why you want to grab as many missions as you can at the same time. Usually it allows you to be able to complete multiple missions all at once. So while we needed a security guard for one of our missions, we still need them also for the transcoder mission. And this should be the last one we need. No, one more. There we go. Oh, and we got a nice ring. That's so nice. Now let's see if the ring is worth it. I'm not sure. Now let's replace this one. There we go. So next we should be able to complete the Metamon practice, at least the step we're at right now. And we got a belt. Let's see if the belt is any good. It's good for the style and little else.
Get up there and overload the station so these people can escape.
So communication breakdown, so let's go over there right now. So ideally you want to be able to activate one of the signal jammers over here. So let's try and do that. So you can see the officers are coming to try to stop you. Too late. And there it is.
Show his troops they have more to worry about right now. Like facing us.
Let's use our shield. And let's try and collect this investigation.
Chief Researchers Journal. This heart is a telltale example of
Usually with a strong shield you can collect investigations or other stuff like that, mission objectives without being interrupted. So here we have Dr. Irvine. Let's talk to Dr. Irvine. The mission that Dr. Irvine will give us is in the same area as our main mission. So again, no reason not to take it all at once and play all the missions together. So here we have a whole bunch of stuff to do. We have to collect some power cells from gladiators. We have to destroy LixCorp assault vehicles and defeat LixCorp gladiators. So basically when we defeat the gladiators, we're going to complete 2 objectives at once. Hence the reason, oh, we got a face piece. Actually, we got more than one. So let's continue. So sometimes there's enemies that you don't really need to defeat, so you can decide to just incapacitate them and then move on and continue your mission or go to another objective. I guess you could still defeat them and gain a few, like 5 experience points. You decide if it's worth your time or not. So let's try and get some LixCorp vehicles. Let's grab this little briefing, no reason not to. And I could swear there was investigation nearby. I'm probably misremembering. As I said before, it's been a while since I played this mission. So we completed our gladiator mission, so we just need a few LexCorp vehicles.
Where's that psycho doctor?
So as you can see, I'm pulling a whole bunch of LexCorp gladiators, so sometimes no choice. Let's get rid of them. So just one more and we should be good to go. So basically you just need to go around a few blocks until you get all the vehicles you need. The challenging part sometimes is that sometimes other players also need the same objectives. And you don't always share the objective for some reason. Sometimes I guess you need to do a certain amount of damage to be able to share the objective. And here we should be good to go. So let's go and complete our mission. Oh, and we got a little mission reward. And we unlocked the next step. So here we didn't have much of a choice. We had to select that weapon.
Sorry about that. Oracle is blocking any more transmissions from Lex's unique point of view. For now, join Supergirl inside. Help the metas and arrest whoever's in charge so they can stand trial for these crimes.
So now we have to go inside and help Supergirl. If for some reason the side mission with the gladiator, if you ever don't finish it for some reason before you reach this point, there's a few gladiators in here. I'll show them to you and I'll come back. There's a few gladiators in here, so if somehow you don't have all the energy cells or whatever, you can get those you're missing from here if you have to. Personally, I prefer to complete it before I enter, just in case. Just a force of habit, that's how I've always done it. But if somehow you don't have all the gladiators you need, you'll get a few in here. Or all the parcels you need, I should say. Let's use a little friend the barrel over here. There's no reason not to use the barrel. Nah, wrong sequence. Ideally, when you encase the enemies, what you want to use afterwards is the sticky bomb. It breaks the encasement and it does a bit of extra damage, and then you can finish them off with a pulse beam. But once in a while, I'm used to a different loadout with my multiverse character. So once in a while, I'll my muscle reflex or my muscle memory will go to the wrong loadout. We'll use the wrong loadout. If you're wondering what these consoles are, it's for when you're playing this mission, but as an evil villain character. So here we're gonna have to fight the evil Dr. Psycho, who's going to become invisible. Ideally, the best weapon to use here is dual pistols. If you just go full auto with dual pistols, you should be able to do this mission easily enough. If not, no miracle. You have to try and find the evil Dr. Psycho as he's invisible. Oh. So once you defeat him X amount of time, then he disappears and you have to fight him a bit later in the map.
Chief Researcher's Journal. Always wear insulated gloves when handling crime.
And there's a little feat with those canisters. I will show it to you in just a minute. Let's complete the mission first. But what I'm looking for right now is the little chesty chest. So there's a treasure chest sometimes hidden in certain missions. So let's collect it. And there's a feat concerning those chests. So I think the top feat is like 1,000. So you have to find and open and break open like 1,000 of those chests. I think there was something also with those canisters, but I think those canisters are if you're an evil villain. It's been a while, so I could be misremembering. But we'll see about that in just a minute. I forget. Nah, we can destroy it. Oh yeah, we could. Sometimes there's objectives hidden or just briefings or investigations hidden behind some consoles, so don't hesitate to destroy them if you need to.
Time to change that. How about a little more me?
Sorry about that, a little glitch with the audio. So here we have a whole bunch of Dr. Psycho or hallucinations of Dr. Psycho to defeat, but there is also the actual Dr. Psycho. Ideally, if you can have abilities that affect a lot of enemies at once, that's a good thing to use with this mission.
I'm so happy I could burst.
If you guys ever saw some of my other videos, basically if you play as a villain character, the objectives are a bit different. The mission is a bit different. And I forget if it's as evil villains where you have to destroy those canisters. And of course there's a few orange barrels. There's a feat, I think, for destroying 1,000 orange barrels or something like that. So don't hesitate to destroy those barrels. They'll be useful to complete the defeat. Of course you have to save those prisoners in the tube. And as you save them, sometimes it will help you fighting the evil guards. So there's no reason not to save them as quickly as possible. That way they will help you out a bit fighting the guards. So you don't have to fight the guards on your own. They all stayed to help. Sometimes some of them stay, sometimes some of them leave. Not sure why exactly. I guess when they no longer have enemies near them, they try to leave. So ideally, if you can pull the guards towards the prisoners, the prisoners should help you fight them. And for the barrels, you should pretty much break all the barrels you can find. But there's no reason to just waste them. You can just bring them to the next fight, and sometimes use them during that next fight.
One day, all these heroes will be my slaves. Today, their mere image will be your death.
Oh no.
Warrior? You'll know who's super when I'm... Oh, goody! Someone to hit.
Here you can see they have the new models for Supergirl. It's pretty much inspired by the TV show model. Although technically I think it's the new 52 model of the character, but they're reusing the skin they made for the TV show version. At some point they gave us the TV show version of Supergirl in DC Universe Online, but for some reason it didn't last too long. So where's our friend Psycho? Oh, there he is. So ideally you want to launch attacks that will attack a big area in order to be able to possibly catch our friend Psycho while he's invisible. Again, there's other barrels here if you need them, so no reason not to use them. He's a tough little fella. And you can see the barrels respawn fairly quickly. So again, there's no reason not to use them. Don't hesitate to use them. Here we got sadly the same shoulders twice. It's a bit sad when they the loot picker gives you a choice and it's the same choice twice, but sadly it happens. So let's click on our friend Dr. Psycho.
How can you resist my illusion?
Again, no reason not to break the healing barrels. And if you're not sure, like there was an investigation here, but if you're not sure if maybe there's something hidden behind the consoles, don't hesitate to break them. So let's click on our friend Supergirl.
Thank you, Dr.
And let's go and complete the mission.
Lex will answer for this crime. Only he would place a madman like Dr. Psycho in charge of a humanitarian project.
So Supergirl should open the door for us, although we could backtrack from where we came from.
Talk soon. Superman out.
Let's skip. I have a video called DC Universe Online the movie or something like that. If you want to see the cinematics are pretty awesome, which is why I made a movie with it. So I will show you a side mission. Basically you have those little barrels here. If you can just grab them and bring them over here. As you can see, there's the yellow arrow that tells you where to go. So if you're not sure, just follow the arrow. And again, no reason not to break the healing barrels. I forget how many toxic waste barrels there are, but there's a few. If you're not sure if you got them all, well, if you don't get defeat, obviously you didn't get them all. But also, once you get them all, that little console, actually, no, you have to activate that console to get defeat. So if you bring the barrels over here, you have to bring the barrels until you can actually activate the console, and then you will get defeat. It'll make more sense once you actually see me complete it, because I made a horrible job explaining it. So, and again, the little yellow arrow tells you where to go if you're not sure. So you can't really go wrong. And again, no reason not to break any healing barrels you see. That's what they're there for. So I think this might be the last one. Let's check around to be sure. So as you see, once you put in the last barrel, you can see the little console. You can interact with it now. So let's do that. And there we go. So we should be done here. Let's see if we... So we just need to leave. And once outside, it should tell us to probably go back to Little Bohemia. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now let's see if we can see our friend Bizarro first. I guess not. Oh. I guess we're just not lucky. Usually Bizarro is not that hard to find. Although it could have been, it could be that they changed how the bounty spawns. It's been a while since I played any of the bounties. So let's get in here. So you can tell that today it was a reset day. There's quite a few people on the server.
Star Labs and Metropolis thank you for stepping in at Metro General. As long as Lex Luthor is hurting and exploiting people for his own gain, we will always need heroes like you.
So let's complete our mission.
Commissioner Gordon needs your help in Gotham. Meet him at the East End Police Station.
So we got a little trinket. Basically it gives us some extra might and some weaponization and some precision. So let's equip that. Well, we don't have a trinket anyway, so there's no reason not to equip it. And basically all it does is this, and it increases our stats, the various stats. So let's take a look. We went up in level a bit earlier, so let's see if we gained maybe a new ability in our loadout. So we seem to have gained cryofoam, so I might tweak my loadout a bit for next time. Because stasis field is not a bad ability, but it's an encasement, and you pretty much have to use it with an ability that breaks encasement. So I wouldn't really suggest it unless you know what you're doing. And very often in a group, people aren't too happy if you play with encasement. So if you're playing solo, not an issue. You do whatever you want. When you're playing with a group, it might be a good idea not to equip abilities that will make half of your group, if not the whole group, a bit unhappy to play with you. So that's going to be it for now. Next time we're going to play the mission that our friend the Flash is giving. And as I mentioned, we'll tweak our loadout a little bit, and we'll probably do also something else. Basically, in order to continue the main mission, we should go see Gotham. We should go see Gordon in Gotham in the East End police station. We'll probably play the Flash mission first next time, and then if we have the time, we'll go see our friend Gordon. If not, Gordon will be a separate video. Not sure why our friend is going crazy like that. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for now, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.